Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another Black Ink review, y'all. Alright, so this episode was really messy. Like, Black Ink Crew Chicago was in attendance and things just did not get any better between Cease and Ryan. I personally feel like Cease is acting like it's too early in the video for me to say, okay? A B-I-T-C-H, okay? Shout out to Mama D. Because it's just like, seriously, dude, you didn't care anything about Miss Kitty. And now all of a sudden, because she might be dating Ryan, this is such a huge issue for you that you decide to purchase another shop to get back at Ryan, to hit him in his pockets. It's like, dude, if you were that good at keeping all of these shops afloat, then you wouldn't have to close down so many of them. Because I feel like he's closed down at least 2 Black Ink crews while having 3 successful ones. The one in Atlanta and the 2 in New York do well. Great for him. But there have been other attempts that haven't went well. So for him to decide to open up a shop, also he can piss off Ryan, I just felt like that was stupid and a waste of money. But you know, whatever. Let's go ahead and get into the chain of events for the episode. Young Bae, y'all know last episode, she called herself trying to talk to Kitty. I don't know what's wrong with Kitty, Donna, and Tati that makes them feel like this is all Miss Kitty's fault and she's so fake. I just think they're all full of shit. I just think that all of y'all are trash. I think y'all act like y'all were good friends to Kitty, but y'all were not. I think anything that Kitty has said is online as of yet has been fair game after what y'all did to her. You know, throwing her under the bus with this situation with Ryan. Like, I just felt like whether it was happening or not, if y'all are really her friends, then y'all should have kept that to yourselves, okay? Talking about she should have kept it real about that. Why? That was her business. And if she told y'all because y'all are friends, I don't think it's right for y'all to run and tell Cease. Like, that was just played out to me. And I think Bae was taking her frustrations out from her dad out on Kitty. I also think that Bae didn't have a grasp on the conversation that she was having with her dad, because she keeps going around telling everybody that he didn't take any responsibility, but he did. He didn't say it the way you wanted him to say it, but he said it in his own way, that he was flawed, okay? And that he was messed up. And you don't have to forgive him, and there's no excuse, but don't tell people that he wasn't sorry when that was obvious that he probably was. You know, sorry is what I was saying, but still sorry, okay? Kitty tells Ryan about the little kerfuffle she got into with Bae. She threw her jacket and knocked Kitty's glasses off her face and all of this. I just felt like Bae didn't want to fight. Baby acting like she's so hard, but you want to throw a jacket. Throw them hands, okay? Child, please. Whatever, babe. There's supposed to be a party at the end of the convention that everybody's supposed to be at down to the strip club. And we're going to see. We're going to see what transpires when everybody gets in the same room with a whole bunch of liquor and ass jiggling everywhere. Van shows up to have a conversation with C so that they can both act like some bitches and talk about how manipulative Ryan is. I'm just sitting up here like, all of y'all are manipulative, but okay, let's call Ryan out for his because he's the pretty one. Child, please, okay? And Ryan, I'm gonna say it again, slow down on the upper body. Slow down on the upper body. Van just mad because he was one of the main people that Ryan, you know, cast astray after he decided to leave 09 Mag. And he did that to a lot of his friends, but y'all were toxic. Y'all were toxic. He was making bad decisions, but him deciding to drop Charmaine and Van and anybody else that couldn't keep themselves together in his business, I'm not mad about it, okay? I am not mad at all. I'm so glad I don't have to see Lily. So glad. So happy about it. Thank you for not hiring her back. But Van tells Cease he should confront Ryan. I'm like, sure, you tell him he should confront him. Sure. Okay, y'all just happy to have somebody on y'all side about something. Y'all are just sad. So they have this big old party down to the strip club, y'all. Beanie Siegel is in the building. Beanie has lost a lot of weight. He look good. Okay, Beanie, look at you. And he gets on the mic and he raps, and then he calls Cease to the stage. And Cease gets up there and announces that he's opening Black Ink Crew Chicago. And Ryan is like, really? Like, really? They already was ignoring each other in the club. It was already like hella tense. So after this, everybody squads up outside like they about to have a street fight or some shit. And Ryan and C's basically have the shadiest calm conversation I've ever seen two hood niggas have. Ryan tells C's that nothing is going on with Kitty. C says that Ryan is lying to his face and he's about to show him and he's disloyal and all of this and all of that. Just, completely overreacting to this situation. They got beef now. I thought they was about to start a dance off or some shit. When Ryan told C's that his slip was showing and he needed to pull his skirt down, I could have passed the hell out. I said that is a perfect way to describe the way he is acting, okay? Your slip is showing, nigga, pull your skirt down. You're acting like a bitch, okay? Then everybody leaves. Nothing happened. They was all standing there and Kitty's going off and all of this. I'm like, well, nobody gonna do nothing. Y'all know y'all too damn old to be having a street fight out front the parking lot at the strip club. When they get back to the shop, Puma expresses to C's that he thinks he's moving too fast and he doesn't need to open another shop in Chicago, okay? He needs to deal with the shops that he currently has. He's doing too much, but C's isn't trying to hear it. Walt comes in all sad because Jess has called off the wedding. I can't really get too, emotionally involved in whatever is going on with Walt and Jess because they so heavy on social media. You just know that they worked it out. So yeah, he's sad. They're going to be all right. Moving on. Then this rapper Lugat comes in to get a tattoo. Never heard of him, but apparently he's A-list. I was like, child, I guess. But he comes in to get a tattoo. And of course, C's is all, bucked up, uses this as an opportunity to talk about, loyalty and all of that. Moving on. Alex takes Donna out for dinner. He knows that they've been going through a lot lately, so he decided to take her out and get her some sweets and some drinks and stuff like that. And she takes this opportunity to tell him that her and Tati have been kitty clicking. And he says, what? He was not happy about it. He was not okay with it. He's like, so you've been dealing with her behind my back? He says it's cheating if you're doing it behind his back, okay? If they're doing anything other than friendship, it's her cheating. And she ain't know that. She says, I guess Tati was right. She should have said something from the beginning. I said, you should have never messed with her. But whatever, okay? Y'all continue to act like that's okay. Why is it not cheating? You're having sex with somebody else. Just because it's a woman, it doesn't mean it's not wrong. Like, it's still you sharing yourself with somebody in the same way you share yourself with him. So I just kind of feel like she's full of shit, okay? She's full of shit. You knew he was going to be aggravated about it. That's why you didn't want to say nothing to him. Stop playing, Donna. Okay, Alex gets upset and storms out because that is not okay. He feels like he's a pretty easygoing guy, but that right there was not okay. Yo, I don't know what's going on with Bay and Rock, but I want it to happen and I feel like Bay isn't letting it happen. I like Rock. Like, he's very, very likable, okay? He takes Bay to do some angry painting. They put up a lot of plastic and, they get like an easel out there and they just throw paint on a canvas and see what happens. And I thought it was really cool and she wasn't really down for it at first, but after they did it for a little while, she realized that it was really helping her feel lighter and deal with some of her anger issues. I thought it was cute. I really like Rock. He makes Bay likable, in all honesty. I think she can consider dating him. I think she should. Like, what else you got going on, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. He look like he might wear your ass out. Bang, 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 bang. So y'all, Puma gets to the shop the next day and finds an eviction notice on the building. He calls C's and tells him he needs to hurry up and come down. Then Rock comes in and Q comes in. And Puma is still trying to process this eviction notice. They have been there for 10 years. They have always paid their rent. The landlord has always got his money. I don't know why the landlord fooling with them. But when C's comes in and reads the eviction notice, he is pissed. He is stressed out. He cries and Puma, is trying to get him to calm down and tells him for 30 days, we gonna fight this, bro. We gonna fight this eviction. We gonna do what we gotta do. But C's is like losing his shit and everything. I'm like, calm down. Like, I know it's the flagship and I know you don't want to lose 1/13th, but if you gotta get another shop, like, you just gotta get another shop. You'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we move from one shop to another. Sometimes we move the flagship. It'll be okay. I just really feel like, niggas is on here acting and overreacting and stuff. Like, just calm down. You know what I mean? I think this is something that they doing for the show. I think they still gonna have 1/13th by the time it's all said and done. But either way, Puma says they gonna fight for 30 days. And if at the end of the 30 days, the landlord doesn't let them rock out with their cocks out, they gonna burn this motherfucker down. I said, and end up in jail, nigga. You got 3 kids. What are you talking about? Like, stop it. Y'all ain't about to burn nothing down. Get out of my facial with this. Y'all, they do the most. They do the absolute most on Black Ink Crew New York. But y'all are watching, so I'm going to keep on reviewing, okay? Y'all, Sky ain't off punishment yet. We ain't seen her in the month of Sundays on this damn show, okay? And Ted, why you always so eager to take on Caesar's beefs? Like, I know that's your cousin and y'all have so much, you know, going on amongst yourselves and y'all family. I just don't understand why he's always so eager to pick up Caesar's beefs as his own. Like, this is all childish and stupid. And at the end of the day, nobody was worrying about Kitty until, you know, Sky screamed to everybody that she was fucking Ryan. I don't know why y'all care. I really don't. I don't know why y'all see it as such disrespect. You ain't give a damn about Kitty, okay? And Ted, all the people you didn't fuck, I don't understand why any of y'all can think y'all could possibly get mad about having sex with people at the shop. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all some cheeky ass niggas. Okay, Ted and C's. Y'all some cheeky ass niggas. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. But as soon as somebody decide they're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do, y'all want to get in y'all feelings and yell out loyalty. Get the shit out of here with this. Okay? Get away from me with all of this dramatic ass, you know, feelings all tough in the butt. Because somebody then started messing around with somebody else that y'all didn't mess with. Girl, get out of my face, okay? This is just stupid. Just stupid, y'all. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another episode of Sistas. So let's go ahead and get into it. The episode picked up where the last one left off, which was with Miss Matilda, Erin's mother-in-law, coming into Karen's shop with a gun. Luckily, her mom, who is an ex-Marine, was there and knew the difference between a toy gun and a real one, and told her to take that gun and carry her behind up out of that shop, coming in there trying to scare her daughter and her clients, knowing good and damn well that she's only there to put the blame on Karen as some homewrecker because she can't deal with the fact that her daughter killed herself because something was wrong with her. And maybe it was something that she did in her mothering that caused her daughter to be so weak and decide to take her life for whatever reason. Because let's be very clear, Karen and Erin only started dating after his wife cheated on him and he had started the divorce proceedings. So give me a damn Kit Kat break with this foolishness, Miss Matilda. Okay? I was so happy that Miss Lisa and all of her lesbianness was there. Even though she's apparently not one, she is giving true stud butch vibes, and I'm here for it. Okay? I am so here for it. Actually, the funny part is that Karen and her mama might be the two best actresses on this whole damn show. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all live because, you know, it don't be the actor's fault sometimes. Sometimes it's Tyler Perry's fault for giving them this lackluster ass dialogue, okay? This unrealistic storyline, okay? These ridiculous stereotypes of women, okay? Because, child, the way he is stereotyping lesbians with this PI, this terrible wig and her thirstiness, I'm just over it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't know why I'm still reviewing this show. Probably because I just like the overall, you know, I like the idea of the show more than I actually like the show. But Tyler Perry always keeps you engaged by having ridiculous things take place. Miss Matilda says before she leaves that once her son finds out about all of this, he'll be coming back. And Miss Lisa says, and if he do, your daughter won't be the only person in your family that ends up in a casket. Please believe me. And then Miss Matilda has the nerve to say that was cruel. I say, lady, if you don't get your crazy ass up out of here, nobody cares about being cruel to you and your off-kilter ass family that can't seem to take responsibility for your own problems. Your daughter killed herself because she was crazy and couldn't take the fact that she cheated on her husband with his best friend and he left her, which doesn't even make sense. Like, come on now. All right. I'm not even going to be mad at Miss Matilda because it's really Tyler Perry's writing that doesn't make any sense. Let's continue on. Erin shows up, okay, because he was with Miss Matilda before she decided to run her crazy self up over here by Karen's, and he knew she was on her way, so he's running there to try to run interference, but he's too late, and Miss Lisa asked to talk to him outside. He's talking about he sees where Karen's beauty comes from and how sorry he is about all of this, and Miss Lisa is not trying to hear it. She's seen niggas like him before, okay, that want to cheat around with little young sexy pretty easy women, which her daughter is not. But obviously you were the type of man that would make a woman, a weak woman, hurt enough to want to kill herself. So either way, Miss Lisa is looking at Erin like, oh, I'm looking at you and you're perpetrating and I can see it. Okay, Miss Lisa is not fooled by Erin. She does not like him. Karen likes Aaron, but she also is still feeling some type of way about Zach. Things are still confused. I thought that we were clear that Zach and Karen were over, but this episode they showed us that no, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with all of the relationships that need to end that can't seem to on this show. Miss Lisa lets Erin know that she is 100% that bitch. And if Matilda or any one of her other family members come around trying to bother Karen, it's going to be some blood on the streets, okay? And some smoke in the city. Please believe. Karen comes outside to smile and wave, bye to her mama. And she tells Aaron that she means everything she just said, just to let you know. And he says, oh, I can tell. Oh, I can tell. He says that he's sorry about everything and he's going to try to talk to Miss Matilda. And he asks if they're still on for dinner that evening. She says they are, but she doesn't know if talking to Miss Matilda will do any good because that lady doesn't seem to be able to listen to common sense at all. She's just crazy and that's what it is. Y'all going to have to call the police on these people. I wish somebody would call the police on these damn people, okay? I would have called the police on her as soon as she showed up with that toy gun, all right? That right there would have got her old ass arrested. Then we see Morris and Leslie, the PI in the terrible wig, show up to Andy's law firm so that he can have a conversation with Bellamy. I'm like, what's going on here? And then there's this pointless chain of events where Fatima, Andy's old assistant, talks to Leslie, who is so thirsty for vagina that she's flirting with anyone with a pulse. Fatima tries to get information out of Leslie, and Leslie acts as if she has information, especially after Morris comes out of the meeting and it didn't go as he planned, so he's not going to have the money that he was supposed to have to pay Leslie, so he fires her, which really pisses her off. He just walks away. He said, I didn't get what I was supposed to get, so you can't get what you was supposed to get, and that's it and that's all. And he walks away. And Fatima says, you know what? You look like you want to tell me something. And I feel like, people like to do the right thing. So why don't we meet up at a cafe as long as I'm not interested in you. So you can tell me whatever it is that's on your mind so we can help Andy. Because I know you want to do the right thing. And I'm like, Fatima, I don't know what's going on here, but none of this makes sense to me. Why would you automatically assume that Leslie has some information to tell you? Why? Why would you assume that anybody wants to do the right thing when they're working with Morris and wearing a wig that is that deceiving? Come on now, Fatima. None of this makes sense, all right? I'm just saying. This whole thing annoyed me. And then when Fatima and Leslie met up later on, of course, after Fatima called Andy, Andy was trying to give her the cold shoulder, but Andy still tells her to go ahead and have the little coffee meeting with Leslie to see if there's any information she can get from her. She warns her that Leslie is probably just trying to get in her drawers, which is obvious and Fatima is already aware of. So she meets with her. And when they, sit down and talk, and nothing really happens. Nothing. Except for Fatima says she'll hook Leslie up with a friend of hers whom she's sure she'll like because she's sexually fluid. I'm like, seriously? Seriously, you're gonna trade information for a hookup and you're sitting here telling us that you're not thirsty even though all of your behavior says that you're a thirst box, okay? Lord have mercy. I cannot. I just thought it made no sense whatsoever and it was stupid. Okay, Fatima and Leslie, this makes sense. Moving on. Gary is getting ready to go back to his house to pick up some of his things and he's going to come into contact with Jasmine. I don't know why he didn't take the police with him. I don't know why he didn't record himself the entire time. As soon as he saw his car was messed up, he should have pulled out his phone and went on Facebook Live, okay? Because that would have helped everybody see how crazy Jasmine's ass is, okay? I would have pulled out my phone immediately, but I guess he wasn't thinking about that. But either way, Andy told him it wasn't a good idea. He insists on going. And then he gets bothered when he hears that Andy is supposed to be going back to her law firm to meet with the partners. And she told them not to call her down there if they were just going to fire her, but they told her that it was deeper than that. She needed to come so that they can talk in person. When she tells Gary this, he seems bothered, like he doesn't want her to have her job. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I want Gary to just either be crazy or don't be crazy, but pick one, because this bipolar personality he has is stressing me out. Let's move over to Calvin and Sabrina. Y'all, just a weird chain of events. So Sabrina and Calvin are back at her house. He's drinking, getting drunk. He's belligerent. He's disrespectful. He's calling her a bitch and a hoe and pulling his pants down. This what you want? Hey, bitch, come here. How this what you want? How you want me to be aggressive? You want me to be aggressive? And then he starts grabbing on her. And she's just like, get off of me, get off of me. But she's just still, sitting there allowing him to be in her house, treating her like trash. I said, girl, you better than me, which, translates to your ass is stupid, okay? After she pours some cold water on him, he drunkenly talks about how he's gonna miss his dad and now his dad is dead and how he is not a thug and he can't hurt her. I'm like, well, you're doing a pretty good job at, being an asshole and being hurtful. I don't know what you're talking about, Calvin, but you seem to be the type of guy that can definitely hurt somebody, especially when you get butthurt about something, okay? But anyway, he tells her that he can't hurt her, he can't be aggressive, but he can have sex. He can fuck. Okay, that's something that he's really good at. And it's because when he was younger, his dads thought it would be a good idea for him to have a relationship with his biological uncle. So they took him over to the uncle's house and left him there, which doesn't seem like good parenting at all. You don't know those people. And wasn't the mom estranged from her family or something like that? Either way, just stupid. Okay, I didn't think that made sense. But either way, he says that his uncle wanted to make sure that he wasn't gay like his dad. So he took him to the south side to a 40-year-old woman who was okay with having sex with a 9-year-old. And he made his uncle so proud. Get him, boy, and all of this. And of course, Sabrina is standing there, quiet and crying at this molestation story that he's just thrown out there ever so, jarringly. Like, it's not like whatever. There's never any progression in Tyler Perry, so I'm gonna let it go. Later on, Sabrina tells him that it happened to her too. I'm not sure if he heard her because he was passed out drunk, but she gets him in the bed and she's taking care of him, and he says he's sorry for being aggressive towards her and he loves her and she's a great woman. And then he asks her to tell him that she loves him, and when she does, he's like, you don't mean that, but you will. I'm like, Calvin drunk is just as annoying as Calvin not drunk. Someone throw him out of a window. But okay, Sabrina, if this is the love story you want to tell, love, if this is the love story that you want to tell. And then there's a stupid scene with Zach and Danny. The only thing they really talk about is that the situation with Karen is really, really over. And that Karen is ready to start a family. Zach is always messing up. So obviously, since she's still on birth control, she doesn't want to have a baby by him. And she doesn't even care to argue with him anymore. So yeah, the relationship is supposedly over. It doesn't seem that way though. Is it just me, or does it not seem that way? Because when Andy and Karen had a conversation in her shop, Karen told Andy that she still was thinking about Zach. I said, he must have magic peen. That's what that's about. Karen told Andy that after he told her he got that girl pregnant, even though she wasn't really pregnant, Karen went numb. It's like, I just can't even deal with you anymore. And I don't know whether you're numb. I don't know what's going on, because I felt like Karen was ready to move on and be with Aaron. Like last episode, it's, oh, Aaron is amazing. And now this episode, her mom is poking holes in Aaron. She doesn't know how she feels. And now she's thinking about Zach. I thought Zach was going to call the cop lady. Okay. Whoop, whoop. And no, that doesn't seem to be what's going on. He's at Danny's crying about Karen. I'm over it. And y'all, then we see at the end, Gary leaves Andy's apartment and he's in a parking structure behind her building where his car is. And Jasmine has put all his stuff in the car, spray painted the car, broke the windows. I mean, just completely messed his car up, all right? Then she tries to make him jealous. He tells her she needs to go back to Morris. And she's like, oh, he was screwing me every time you were leaving. And you would come home and get in the bed and I hadn't even changed the sheets and you was laying all in his juices. And Gary is like, I don't care, Jasmine. I don't care. I didn't care then and I don't care now. Get out out of my face. But she didn't want to get out of his face. She goes and gets his mama's ashes and pours them down the gas tank of his car. Then she sets his car on fire. Then she starts to beat the hell out of him with a bat, kick him, and then she jumps on his back, and when he throws her off his back, he just so happens to be backing up to the ledge of the parking structure. So she goes off the side and lands on a car. The bitch ain't dead like we hope she is. Okay, she's very much alive. And next week, Gary's gonna get arrested for attempted murder, and we're gonna wonder why there were no cameras in this parking lot. Okay, because they would tell the entire story. I mean, his car is evidence, for God's sakes. Why would he set his own car on fire? Somebody make it make sense. Ciao. This whole situation with Gary and Andy, like, everybody needs to break up. Everybody needs to break up. I don't want to see none of y'all together. None of yous. Oh my God, it's so aggravating. Anyway, y'all, that was Sistas. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. It wasn't much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Subscribe. Tell your people about me. And I'll see y'all in the next one.